You know that thing we all do, that secret habit? The moment your head hits the pillow, your mind decides, all right, it's showtime, and just starts playing out entire movies in your head. Well, we're going to find out exactly why our brains are such natural-born storytellers.
I mean, really think about it. You're trying to wind down, you're trying to get some sleep, but your brain has other plans. All of a sudden, it's directing these incredibly detailed movies, and guess what? You're always the star. So what is going on up there?
And the genres are all over the place, right? One night, it's a drama, you're replaying that super awkward conversation from earlier, but this time, oh yeah, you have the perfect comeback. The next night, it's a thriller. You're rehearsing a huge presentation for work. And sometimes, it's a full-blown fantasy epic. The point is, you're not alone in this. This is actually a fundamental part of how our minds work, and believe me, it serves some pretty incredible purposes.
So, what's the first big reason for this nightly feature film? Well, it turns out your brain is running a super sophisticated simulation program. This isn't just random noise, it's a really powerful form of mental practice. This analogy is just perfect. A pilot spends hours and hours in a flight simulator to get ready for anything that could go wrong. Your brain is doing the exact same thing, but for social situations. It lets you test drive a tough conversation or a first date. You get to crash and burn a million times without any real-world risk at all. And this isn't just aimless daydreaming. It's actually a pretty structured process. Okay, so first, your brain isolates an event. Let's say it's a job interview you have coming up. Then, it starts running all these different scenarios. What if they ask this? What if I say that? It's analyzing all the potential outcomes for every little choice. And from all that analysis, you're unconsciously refining your actual game plan for when the moment really comes. It's your own private strategy session happening every single night. But it's not always about practical rehearsal. A huge piece of this puzzle is all about emotion. These little worlds we imagine, they give us a sense of control that the real world just doesn't a lot of the time. And here's the core difference, right? The real world is messy. It's unpredictable and the stakes can feel really high. But in the world you create in your head, you're the writer, you're the director, and you're the star. Everything is perfectly scripted. It creates this safe space that is just incredibly comforting for our brains. So what this really boils down to is that it's a mental sandbox. You can confront all those big, high-stakes feelings, anxiety about the future, regret about the past, or even just overwhelming excitement, all without any actual consequences. It's a way to process intense emotions in a totally managed, totally safe environment that you build yourself. Okay, so beyond rehearsal and emotional control, there is a third and honestly super fun reason: pure, unfiltered creativity. This is where your mind really gets to cut loose and play.
And the range of this mental playground is just incredible. It's not just for escaping into some fantasy world with dragons and castles. It's also where you can explore alternate versions of your own life. The what-ifs. It's where you can solve practical problems, like mentally redecorating your entire living room, or even work through a tough creative block. It's a powerhouse of innovation.
All right, so after hearing all of this, you might be wondering, okay, this all sounds pretty good, but is it always a good thing? Is there a point where this useful tool can actually become a problem? That's a great question, so let's clarify that line.
It's really important we talk about this for a second. There is a rare condition called maladaptive daydreaming. Now, the key difference here, the most important word, is interferes. When these scenarios stop being a helpful tool and start actively preventing you from engaging with your real life and your responsibilities, that's when it crosses over into something different.
But, and this is so important, for the vast, overwhelming majority of people, this is not a harmful habit, not even close. It is an incredibly helpful, adaptive, and totally healthy cognitive tool. The harmful version is the exception, not the rule.
So let's bring it all together. What you might have just brushed off as a weird little quirk, this whole nighttime movie-making thing, it's anything but. It is not a bug in your mental software. It's a core feature. It's your brain's built-in simulator, its emotional regulator, and its creative engine, all rolled into one powerful package.
So tonight, when you're lying in bed and your mind starts to wander, don't just dismiss it. Recognize it for what it truly is, a sign of a powerful, creative, and strategic mind at work. Your mind is an architect, constantly building. The only question is, what world will it build for you tonight?